I'm just excited to be here. Everybody,
All right. Can you hear me? Hopefully you can hear me. Okay, good. You have lunch together or Pop Tarts? Get this over here. Trying to get my little notes. Did you sleep well? Did you get some good sleep? Or were you up until 2 o'clock in the morning again? I actually went to bed. I actually went to bed at a decent time last night, which was kind of nice. Slept well, got probably a solid 8 hours of sleep. It was really good. Everyone in this family is just so loud. It's unbelievable. Hey, Vinok, lunchtime. It is. It is. It's lunchtime. Hopefully, you grab something to eat, grab yourself some food and a beverage of your choice, and plop on down and join us for some Mexican style chicken stew. Get started here in just about 1 minute as I just wrap up the last couple things I need to do. Get my script and everything ready here. So, these, if you're new to this stream, we do this every Sunday. Sure, I got my glasses, shaker bottle, water, plates. What else am I gonna? Well, I might need hot water, but we'll cross that bridge if we get there, because a lot of these menus don't have coffee in them anymore. So if they do have coffee, we'll have to cook some. We have to warm up some hot water in the kettle. But anyway, these streams are different than all the other streams I do all week, in the sense that what you're watching is me recording essentially a YouTube video. These will go up on my YouTube channel. They go up every single week. New ones released every Sunday at midnight. It goes live. But what we do is we have lunch together. This is our little Sunday mukbang lunch together. So I encourage everybody who watches to just grab yourself something to eat, grab yourself a drink, sit down, prop the phone up on something, and let's have lunch together. What we'll do is every week we go through another menu in our MREs. So this is actually the third, I think. Yeah, 13, 14, 15. So this is the third menu that we've done. So this is the third week that I've been well enough, because I think about 2 weeks I was sick, that we were able to do this. So I was probably up every 2 hours, but I've been napping during the day. Well, that's good. I mean, the napping is good. I mean, I know there was something I watched one time about somebody who had done this like thing where they would sleep for 20 minutes at different periods throughout the day rather than sleep like a whole night. And it seemed to work for them. But no, I like my sleep. I'll tell you what, I sleep about 7 hours a night. It's probably about normal. We'll get started. A lot of this is scripted, so there I do have notes and scripts. There's no notifications, no shout outs, no any of that kind of stuff that goes on during a normal stream, just because I gotta keep the screen here completely clean. And but I do encourage, I have of course chat up, so I'll be able to see your chats. Encourage you to chat, I encourage you to join in the fun, get yourself something to eat. Usually this runs in 6 parts. So we have the introduction. So I'll kind of introduce the MRE and go through like what it is and a little bit about MREs. Then we go and we'll actually open this up and go through all the different things that are inside of it. Then we'll get it out on the plate. So we'll plate it. I'll show you how, I kind of get everything out, and then we'll actually switch to face cam. So we'll go from this view here, which is actually the desk, and I'll flip the camera and I'll actually have it to my face. We'll eat the food. I'll review it, kind of give you, some of my thoughts on how it tastes, what's good, what's not. Then we'll score it. We'll score it on a scoring rubric of 1 to 10, 10 being the greatest MRE I've ever had, to a 1 being like disgusting, spoiled, can't even eat it. And then we'll just finish things up at the end. Part number 6, just kind of giving people, shout outs, giving people some plugs, giving thank you to everybody. This is dual streaming. So we will be streaming we are actually live right now on YouTube. So if YouTube is your platform, you can always watch on YouTube. I do have the chat up on YouTube. So that's live. And really that's just for the VOD, honestly. And then I take that VOD, I rip that down, and then edit it into a video. Actually, the first MRE video, menu number 13, went live today at midnight, or this past midnight. So 12 a.m. it went live, and it's up on the channel, youtube.com/Silif. And again, like I said, every Sunday we'll be posting a new video every week. We are 2 videos behind. So right now, the first video, menu number 13, went up. Next week, number 14 will go up. And then the week after that, number 15 go up. So people on YouTube are always 2 weeks behind. But if they join the stream on YouTube, they can actually see the menus ahead of time before they actually go and get the fully edited video. So that's a little bit of the background on what this is. On Twitch, I hope you join on Twitch. This is live. You'll get to see it live, see my reactions, all my fuck ups, which is always kind of fun. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. We will go ahead and get started. Let me get this starting soon off of here. Mic set up here. All right. Okay. So, welcome. This is a USA DoD, Department of Defense, meal ready to eat individual. That's what this is here. This particular MRE, it has a Julian date of 2349. And I'll show you that where you find that. That's right. If you can see it. It is hard to see, but it is printed. You kind of see it. It's right there, printed on the bottom. Okay. So the Julian date. So what is a Julian date? So a Julian date is the date that they stamp. It's a series of numbers that they stamp on the bottom of the package that tells you when the food inside the packet was actually made. So when it was prepared. This particular Julian date of 2349 means we take the 2, which is the first number, we add 2019 to it. That means that this was packaged on the 349th day, so pretty much the end of December of 2021. Today is February 23rd, 2025. So this means this MRE was made 4 years ago. This food in here was prepared and cooked, sealed and packaged 4 years ago. It was packaged in the box. So this comes in a case. I buy it in a case. So there's 12 that were inside that case. It was packaged in the box on January 9th, 2023, and has an inspection date of January 2026. So the inspection date means that what the military will do is they'll go and they'll open this case up. They'll look inside and they'll check this package to make sure that there's no signs of any kind of damage, any kind of wear, any bloating, to make sure that what's in here is still fresh. If it is, then it goes back into circulation and is continued to use. If it's not, it's disposed of. This MRE is menu 15. It's Mexican style chicken stew. It is number 15 out of a total of 24 menus and the third menu in box B. There are 2 boxes. There's box A and box B, each with 12 menus. So this is menu number 15. So it's the third menu of box B. What you can do if you're interested, if you're interested, you can go and look at some of the other videos I have up on my YouTube channel where I've taste tested and reviewed the other menus. So far, menu 13 and menu 14. And if that's something that you're interested in, I hope you'd give me a like and subscribe to be notified when new menu reviews are released. I don't like the way that sounded. Let me try that again. Check my previous videos for the other menus, and if interested, and this is something, check my previous videos for other menus, and if this is something you're interested in, I hope you give me a like and subscribe so that you can be notified in the future when new review videos for MREs are uploaded to my channel. All right, so we got through the intro. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just tear into this. But before I do that, I want to kind of explain like what all this is. All right, so to get an MRE out, what I do is I typically have a couple things ready. Everything that you need in order to eat this, and with the exception of water, is in here. You don't need anything else. You will need fresh water. So, of course, I have bottled water here. Now, if you're out and about, if you're camping or you're a prepper or you're hiking or mountain biking or whatever it is that you're doing out and about, and you have one of these, if you don't have bottled water, there's different ways you can do it. They make sterilization tabs that you can buy that you can then get water from like a river or something. You put it into a bottle, you drop the tab in, and it'll purify the water. There's also different devices that you can buy, like charcoal straws and things like that, that you can then get the water from a lake or a stream, put it into that thing, it filters it, and then you can use it. Of course, don't ever, 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 ever drink water or use water directly from a stream or a lake unless you want to be sick. So that's what you'll need. You'll need a source or bottled water. I have what's called a blender bottle. These things you can get on Amazon.com. What we'll use this for is to blend up and make our powdered drinks. So we'll put our powdered drinks in here. We'll put water. We'll shake this up, and then that's what makes our powdered drinks. And then I have a glass I pour it into. Of course, you don't need that, but something that I personally use because I'm inside of a house, right? And I have the plates. I have 3 plates, and as we go through this, I'll kind of explain why I have 3 plates. But you're going to need, if you're going to eat this inside a house, you're going to need something to put it on. So that's what I do. Hey, Jess, good morning. Glad you're here. Grab yourself something to eat and a drink. Actually, for you, it's breakfast. So you're having breakfast with us. Okay, so moving on. What's inside an MRE? So, like I said, everything that you need in order to eat this, other than the bottled water, is inside this package. To open this, you can, of course, cut it, right? But you don't need to cut these things. These things are meant to be opened without the use of any kind of tools. There's a lip here, as you can see, the top. And you can take that and you could peel this apart. So what you'll do is you'll just grab it on each end and just give it a pull. And it can be a little difficult, but usually these things will just peel right open, just like that. There we go. So there you go. So now we have the bag open, and inside you can see all of the ingredients, all of the different items that come inside of the MRE. All right. So go ahead and grab this, pull this out. And then this bag, if you're out and about and you want to use this, this can actually be used as a trash can. So as you're going through and you're eating your different meals and you're generating waste with all of these different packets, you can take that and you can put that into this bag here. Wrap this bag up because some of the stuff's going to be wet and you don't want it to get it all over your backpack. Roll this up and you can stick this right into your backpack. That'll keep all your trash in here. You keep your backpack nice and clean. And then when you're back somewhere where you can go and dispose of this, say a trash can, or you're back home or you're at a public park, you find a trash can, you can just drop this right into the trash can. Of course, keep the environment cleaner than you found it, right? So that's very useful to have this particular bag with you. But we'll go ahead and we'll just set this off to the side for now. So here's the MRE. So now inside here is all of the food, the utensils, and everything else that you're going to need in order to consume this MRE. MRE packages have serrated edges. You can see along here. That's how you tear these open. Again, you could use scissors and you can use a knife, but you don't have to. You just give it a tear and it just peels right open. Let's give ourselves some extra room here. So what's inside here? So first we have the main. This main is Mexican chicken stew. we have our main pouch. This pouch is what we put the main into. Like this, goes inside here, along with what's called the FRH, which is the flameless ration heater. And I'll explain that later when we get to that point. Hey, Big O 2214. I eat my MREs cold. Hey, you eat your MREs any way you want to eat your MREs. Absolutely. There's no right or wrong way. We have banana pumpkin puree. Cheese-filled pretzel cheddar flavor. Accessory packet. Chocolate flavor First Strike nutritious energy bar. Cheese spread. MRE crackers. Hey, Boris, welcome. Grab yourself some, for you, it's probably dinner. Grab yourself some food if you're hungry and join us for our meal. We're all having lunch, breakfast, or dinner together. Jess is here. Jess is at breakfast time. Christina's here for lunchtime. And yeah, if you're here for dinner, grab yourself something to eat or just kind of relax. We're going to eat some MRE. We have chocolate hazelnut protein drink powder. MRE spoon. Powdered hot sauce. And last but not least, our FRH. Come on, camera, work with me. Okay, so putting our FRH off to the side, we have our accessory packet. Let's find out what's inside the accessory packet. Again, you don't need to use scissors or knives. The serrated edge here is how you rip these things open. Just give it a little pull. It just tears right open. So inside the accessory packet is our toilet paper, napkins. This is. Matches. Moist towelette. Actually, I had that backwards, didn't I? Yep. Moist towelette. Salt. And MRE gum. Okay, so now we've got two pieces of trash here. We can go ahead and roll this up. Grab our trash bag and just stick this right inside of our trash bag. Like so. There we go. That off to the side. So we'll take our accessories, put our accessories off the side here. Right. Bring our plate back. MRE spoon comes in a package. Everything in the MRE that you want to eat can be eaten with this spoon. This spoon comes in every single MRE. You'll always get these. Probably have about 20 of them now. Okay, so we have, let's see, one beverage, crackers with cheese spread, so that will go together. First strike bar, we'll put that over here. We have our first snack, which is cheese-filled pretzel cheddar flavor. We have our banana pumpkin puree dessert and our main. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to warm up our food. So we'll do that first. Let's go ahead and get that going, get this off. In order to warm up our food, what we need is this. This is the FRH, the flameless ration heater. This will actually cook our food. Well, actually, sorry. This will actually heat our food. What it is this particular, this item in here, this little packet, this actually, once water gets on it, it heats up. So it's kind of like those hand warmers, except that it uses water to activate instead of just the air. To use this, what we'll do is first, there's a tear notch here. We'll rip this open. Maybe. All right. That in our trash bag. Now we got to activate the heater. So we're going to do two things here. We're going to warm up our main. We're going to warm up our banana pumpkin puree. And I'm also going to warm up the cheese. So these three items, I'm actually going to heat with the flameless ration heater. To do that, first thing you need to do is reach in here, pull this back. What I do is I use this line right here as a guide. I just get it so that it's not inside the water when we first heat this thing. Next, you want to do, kind of open it up, find my cold water. Get these out of the way. Cold water. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour just a little bit of water in here because there's a fill line on the bottom, and you got to be very careful not to put too much water in here. Like that. There we go. You can see the fill line down here. Okay. Then what I do is I go and I put the main in. Now the heating element goes on the top. So you got to just sneak it behind the heating element. Make sure all the food is in the heating element area. Just so that the heating element and the main are about the same level on the bottom here. And that's just to make sure that the heating element is fully submerged into the water. Then once you have that, you take both of them and just slide them down into the water like that. All right? And all the instructions are on the flameless ration heater. So when you have this, it'll explain how to do this. All this is right on here. Now I'm going to take the banana pudding and I'm going to put it up on top of here like this. All right. So first thing I want to do is fold this over. This is the card, my little slip, my main sleeve. So I'm going to take this. And I'm going to put this in here like this. Okay. The heater is on the top. So now I'm going to take this. This is the banana puree, and I'm going to stick this on the top. Just like that. Then I'm going to take my cheese spread, and I'm just going to put my cheese spread just kind of about halfway down. I don't want that cheese spread to get too hot. I'm just going to kind of stick it right there. And there you go. This is all you need to do in order to heat things up. Now the main and the banana pudding is going to get really hot. The FRH will start to activate. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you don't get this on yourself because it'll actually boil the water in here. You'll see steam coming out of this thing pretty soon. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you keep this propped up. So you keep this kind of like up like this. Put a rock underneath here, put a piece of wood, like a stick or a branch or something. You put it on here and just keep this thing propped up. All right. Okay. We'll take this. This is our first plate. So what I do is I keep my first plate as my FRH plate. And the reason for that is I don't want the water that's inside the FRH, because once it activates onto the heating element, it's non-potable anymore. I don't want that water to mix in with the food. So I keep this as an isolated plate for everything that's going to be either touching the water, on the water, by the water, or anything like that. If it's by the FRH, it's on this plate. And then when it's done, we'll actually clean it off. This is getting warm. Yep. Okay. Oh yeah. Doesn't take long. And this thing will get, wow. Okay, yeah, it's getting really hot. Okay, so we'll get this going. We'll put this off to the side for now. We'll let that warm up. I had a rock that I had brought. I was going to use a rock in the video to explain like what it would be like out and about, but I decided not to do that. Okay, so now our FRH is running. Our main and our pudding and our cheese are all warming up. So now we're down to plate number 2. Next, what I'd like to do is let's go ahead and make our drink. So they've given us a chocolate hazelnut protein drink powder. So this is like a protein drink. I guess they assume that you're going to use just your canteen water for your just general water, and then this is kind of just like a side drink. This particular MRE did not come with coffee, so we don't have to worry about boiling any water. We use the main bag to put the heating device in and the meal in, then rolled the top close. It warmed it faster and better all around. No kidding. Okay, so you took the heating element out of the FRH, stuck it into this bag, put water in this bag, and then rolled this bag up. Is that what you're saying, Jess? That's actually a pretty interesting idea. Huh. Maybe I'll do like an alternate. No, we did like you and put everything in the bag. Okay, so you still use the FRH bag, but you put everything else in there. Yeah, it's nice to heat up the rest of that stuff, right? It's nice to get like your dessert, especially like that one because I think it was like pudding. It's nice to get like the dessert in there. It's nice to get the cheese in there. I have noticed sometimes that when I heat the cheese, it separates. So like I'll get like oil on one side and the cheese on the other. So I kind of like the cheese a little warm, but not to the point where it's like really like piping hot because it separates and then it just kind of makes a mess. But yeah, so and again, so Jess, how I learned all this is interesting. At least I find it interesting. So I watch a lot of like MRE videos, military videos, and people down in the comments, which I hope people will start doing that on my YouTube videos, is they post exactly like what thing like you're saying in the chat here, right? They'll post things about when they were, on patrol or they were in the military, like all the different little tricks and things that they did. So I try to remember all these little tips and tricks that veterans and others who are actually still active in the military that they use when they do these sorts of things to kind of bring that to the viewers and have people who are not in the military who are interested in doing something like this to kind of know the little tips and tricks on how to better enjoy an MRE. So we'll start off with the protein hazelnut, or the chocolate hazelnut protein drink powder. First, let's try to get all of that powder down in the bottom of the bag. Like that. There's a tear notch. Just rip this open. See that? Smells like So it smells like a chocolate protein drink. That's what it smells like. It smells just like those chocolate protein drinks that you get from the store. This has 12 grams of protein, 20% vitamin D, 6% calcium, 2 milligrams of iron, 340 milligrams of potassium, 48 milligrams of vitamin C. It's got 22 grams of added sugar, 24 grams total. It has 125 milligrams of sodium, 5 milligrams of cholesterol, and 3 grams of saturated fat, 4 grams of fat total, 270 calories. Right? It says to make this, directions for use: allow water just chemically purified. Again, if you were taking water from a stream, use you would use the sanitation tabs to clean your water. Of course, we don't have to worry about that here, but you would allow that to stand for 30 minutes before adding to the powder. You add 8 ounces of cold water, about 1/3 of a canteen to fill line. Close the zipper, shake to mix, consume promptly. So you need to consume this within 1 hour, single use only. So there's the line you fill to right there. And what's kind of neat, and the newer MREs have this, notice the shape of this package. It looks like a bottle, right? So you fill this up, you seal the top, you grab it like a bottle, and then you shake it. Because I think kind of neat. So again, you don't need extra containers. You don't need extra canteens. You have everything you need inside the MRE. So we'll go ahead and fill this up. Okay, seal this back up again. Okay. Now, if you were out and about, so you're camping, mountain biking, doing whatever it is you're outdoors, and you have this MRE and you're consuming this, you could just use this right here, right? You don't have to have a shaker bottle. You'd shake this up and go for it. I'm inside of a house. I'm not going to take the chance of shaking this inside my house and having this open and then splatter stuff all over the place. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it into my shaker bottle. Okay. So we have the water in there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside real quick here. And hopefully it doesn't spill. Let's get our shaker bottle. Shaker bottle comes with this little blender thing. It's a little blender ball. This goes inside here. Like that. Take this. We're going to dump this in here. You would just put the water into the shaker bottle and then add the powder to the shaker. But I wanted to show you how to use that bag, because if you're out and about, you might not be using a blender bottle. All right. So there we go. Stick that in our trash bag. I'm going to probably add maybe just a little bit of water. So last time I've had one of these, they were a little bit on the chunky side. I'm just going to add a little bit more water there, maybe about 2 ounces or so. Stick our cap back on. Okay. Make sure our lid is sealed. And give it a shake. Hey, Darcy, welcome. What are we eating? We're having Mexican style chicken stew today. Japanese chicken to be made with the rice cooker using chicken drumsticks. See how that goes. Well, that sounds fantastic. We're all having chicken. Do me both. I'm having Mexican style chicken stew, and you're having rice cooker chicken drumstick meat, Japanese chicken. That sounds fantastic. Let me know how that turns out. It's okay that we talk. This will all be muted and then sped up in the YouTube video. So I like taking these times to talk to you all in chat while I know that this is not going to be in the final video. Always great to see you. You're Darcy. Boy, getting the workout, let me tell you. Okay, there we go. That should probably be enough to get it mixed. And you see it's pretty much right on with 8 ounces. And it's a protein shake. So that's what you're getting here. You're getting a chocolate protein shake. And let's give it a try. It tastes like exactly like those chocolate protein shakes, the powder that you would get in a store. It tastes exactly the same. It tastes like one of those wee protein drinks, the powder drinks that you get. So that's what that is. So we'll go ahead and let's get this here. And what I like to do, of course, is just get it in my drink. What I like to do is get it into my glass. There. Set our blender bottle off to the side. Yeah, let's check out our main, see how that's coming along. And wow, yeah, that is hot. So we're just going to leave that for a little bit longer, let that cook. All right, let's get cheese-filled. So cheese-filled pretzel cheddar flavor. Come on, camera, work with me. So what is this? It's got, let's see, 5 grams of saturated fat, 9 grams total, no cholesterol, 540 milligrams of sodium, 35 grams total carbohydrates, 8 grams of sugar, no added sugar, 1 gram of fiber, 0 vitamin D, 57 milligrams of calcium, 1 milligram of iron, 242 milligrams of potassium for a total of 240 calories if you were to eat this entire package. Now, these packets here, I always suggest that you eat them out of the, if you're out and about, like so you're camping and stuff like that, I suggest that you eat these out of this package. Keep the package because these are kind of a snack. They're nice to have. You can kind of eat as you're going around. Just wrap this up, stick this in your backpack, have it for later. You finish the rest of your food, your main and things like that. And then you can always have these later as you're hiking, as you're biking, whatever, as a kind of like a little pick me up. These work really good for that. Of course, we're going to take these out and put them on our plate because we're not going to be doing that. To open, again, don't need knives, don't need scissors. There's a tear natch right there. Just give that a pull. There you go. That in our trash bag. There you go. That's what they look like. They look like combos. I don't know if you remember those. They were pretzel sticks that were filled with cheese. That's what these things look like. Okay. Next, we'll get our crackers out. Thanks, Darcy. Oh, thanks, Christina. Sorry. So I saw Darcy's check-in and then the band thing. So, Christina, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Okay, so we'll again, you don't need anything. These just have a serrated edge on them. You grab it there. You give it a pull. See if we can get a perfect pull. We've gotten perfect pulls on this both last times. See if we can hear a hiss. Ooh, nice hiss. Okay, and we'll just give this a pull. All right. What I like to do is see if I can kind of tear it from the side here. Goal here is to get this open without breaking the crackers. All right. We do it. Perfect pull. Ooh, it's cracked a little bit. Oh no. Come on, stay together. Perfect pull. 3 in a row now. And those are MRE crackers. These have been a staple in MREs since before World War II. So they look undercooked, right? They look a little white. They're not. They're crispy. They're good. These are one of my favorite items inside of MRE. What I like to do with these is 2 things. I take one of the crackers, put it off to the side, take this cracker, and I actually just completely put it off the plate here. And I'll explain why later. I'll take this one, and it's actually divided into 4 quadrants. Take it, break it in half, like that, and break it in half like that. So I try to get just kind of big chunks like this. Maybe break this one and this one. There we go. So I try to get a bunch of broken crumps like that, or chunks. So that's what I do with this. Now we're going to go back to our FRH, which is piping hot. And we're going to go grab that cheese spread out of there. Yeah, it's just lukewarm, not too much, not too hot. Again, I don't like it too hot because if it gets too hot, the cheese will separate, and then you'll have oil and cheese, and it just makes a big mess. So we'll go ahead and set our main off to the side again. Let that keep cooking. So there's our cheese spread. Now, you got to knead this. And you can manhandle it too. These packets are really strong. These are military packages. So you don't have to worry about, not squishing this and having it spit out all over the place. Manhandle. Absolutely. Now, I mean, if you go and you take your boot and you smash your boot down on it, you're probably going to pop it open. But you don't have to be gentle with this, is what I mean. So we're going to need this. And heating it, of course, will make it to where it makes it a little bit easier to knead it. So okay, so it feels like it's pretty well spread out. There's 2 different ways to go about this. You can open it the way it's intended to be open, which is, as you can see these arrows, you pull from the side, again, serrated edge on the side, and you just peel this all the way down the edge here. And then you just open it up like a taco, and inside here, Take all your cheese out of it. Or you do what I like to do, which is just to kind of tear off the notch on a corner like this. And then that way I can just kind of like squirt it out. So something like this. Always, of course, push from the back so you can get all that cheese out. Like that. I just add cheese to all the crackers. The texture is very similar to like Velveeta, if you know what Velveeta is. You should have just enough. Try to get all that cheese out of there. I might save just a little bit of cheese to add to my main later. Okay. Yeah, so there's probably another tablespoon of cheese in there. So we'll leave that for later. And we'll add that to our main. Let's see if we can get that going. So let me get this back over here. Put this off to the side. And there we go. So those are our sides. We have cheese and crackers. We have cheese-filled pretzel bites. For Strike Bar, I will open this later. That's kind of an extra. That over there. We got it. Don't forget, we got our hot sauce, salt, moist lettuce for the end. We won't use our matches, of course. I don't need the matches. All right, so let's see how our main's coming along. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to put my FRH here because I don't want to mix that water together. I don't want my food to get contaminated, my main food to get contaminated with the water from the FRH. So let's see, how's this coming? And it feels, yeah, it's pretty hot. All right, so we have our banana pudding. Wow, that's actually really hot. The banana pudding is really, really hot. The banana pudding, we'll leave that in there for now. Let's go ahead, open this up. Now, when you're ready to take out your main, all right, so what I like to do is I like to keep everything in the pouch. I learned this the last time I did this. There's a tear notch right here. So you don't have to reach in here and try to pull this thing all the way out. You can actually just tear it right here. See how that goes? That way you can get easier access to your main. We'll just pull that out. Just like that. Be careful because it's hot. Now I'm going to take my bread pudding, or I'm going to take my banana pudding, and I'm going to put that inside here. I want to keep that nice and warm for when we're ready for it. That's kind of our dessert. Right? So then the next thing I do now, normally, and like, I mean, you could do it where you have, say, paper towels, because I mean, you've been in your house or something. But if you're out and about and you're camping, you don't have paper towels or something. What I do is I use these little naps. Take a couple of these like this. Set this off to the side. And I just like to wipe this down. Just get all that water off of there. Kind of need this so it can kind of warm up evenly. Just try to get all that water off. So I don't want that water to get into the food when I open this. Discard that. Go ahead and put this off to the side. Let that keep our dessert warm. Bring our plate back. I need this so it heats evenly. There you go. Now, let's go ahead and move this out of the way. To open up your main, this comes in a retort pouch. This is what keeps it nice and fresh. This is not freeze dried. This is fresh. There's actually fresh food inside here. So what we're going to do is we're going to first try to get all the food away from the top edge. The top edge has notches. There's a notch here, and there's a notch here. That's where we're going to pull from. So we want to make sure we get all the food away from that notch so it doesn't squirt out all over the place when we open this. So grab it, and we're just going to slowly pull this across. Just like that. Okay, and then we're going to open this up. There you go. This is Mexican style chicken stew. Now, if you're out and about and you're hiking, you're biking, you can absolutely just eat this right out of the package. Not a problem with that. If you have a plate or a tray, here's how I get this out. You flip it over, you grab it from the top or from the bottom edge, and you just roll the package on top of itself. And this is just so that you squeeze all of that food out of the package. Discard that, put that in our trash bag. There you go. It's our main. Side number 1, cheese and crackers. Side number 2, cheese-filled pretzel bites. We have our energy bar for later. We also have I think it's a banana pudding for later. We'll have that for dessert. Now, what I like to do too, is now I'll take that cheese and see if I'll do the same thing I did with the main. I'll roll the package from the bottom, squeeze all of the rest of that cheese out. Just like that. Okay. Discard that, put that in our trash bag. Then, here's that cracker that we left off to the side. I'll take that, break that in half, stick that on the sides like this. That's going to help give us some crunch. Bring our drink back. Next, so we have our seasonings. So they've given us 2 seasonings. They've given us hot sauce, and they've given us salt. Now, MREs, generally speaking, are very salty. So salt to taste, be very, very careful with putting too much salt on these. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put our powdered hot sauce in here. I like things hot. I like them hot. I eat my wings scorching, burning hot, just below hospitalization hot. So if you don't like things hot, make sure you use this sparingly. But I like it hot. Get that spread nice and evenly on there. I probably used about 3/4 of the package. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's hot. Let's see. 1 to 10, 10 being hospitalization, 1 being ketchup. It's probably maybe a 4.5, 5. Okay. Put that off to the side. Next, we have our salt. I like things salty. So I'm going to go ahead and add some salt to this. Just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Probably less than half of the package. Put that in our trash bag. And there you go. That's the whole meal. Got everything out. The only thing left is our dessert. We'll bring that out onto this plate later. That's why I have 3 plates. All right. I also grab a cold bottle of water to drink. Just trying to see if I can get this stuff out of here. Get this stuff off. Let's see. Cracker bag. You can go into the bag. Trash bag. Set this off to the side there. We're going to keep our cheese. We're going to keep this bag in case we don't eat all of the pretzels. Go ahead and I think we're ready to go. Well, let's get that dessert out on the plate. So let's take this. I'm going to move this over here carefully. Let's get that dessert out. Again, I'm going to bring this plate over here. Don't want to get that water onto any of the food. And then I'm going to take this. I'm going to roll it over and I'm going to stick it back into the bag so that I don't spill any of that water anywhere. And then that's just going to go into that trash bag. Take some napkins, paper towels if you're at home. Just going to get the rest of that water off of there. All right. Discard that plate. Okay. This is banana pumpkin puree, which sounds absolutely fantastic. Comes with a squeezable thing. So actually, if you're out and about, you could just tear this off here and just squirt it right into your mouth. No need for a plate. I'm going to go ahead and knead this a little bit, try to get the heating nice and even. And this is not freeze dried. This is fresh, fully hydrated in a retort pouch. So we're going to go ahead, tear this open. There's a tear notch. Rip that up and squirt it a little bit. Oop. Making a mess. All right. And then we're going to get our dessert out. Rolling from the bottom to the top so that we can squeeze it all out. Just like that. And then lastly, our first strike bar. Serrated edge. Grab it and just peel it back. That's what that looks like. This is chocolate. We had, I think, strawberry last time. It's very taffy-like. It's like a Laffy Taffy, the consistency of like a Laffy Taffy. Okay, put that down. And off to the side. Let's move this over. Let's grab our meal. and a bottle of water. That's it. I think we're ready to eat. A little bit over, 7 minutes over. And now you're gonna have to bear with me, everybody, as I get the setup changed over to the camera. Give me 1 second. All right, you should hear me again, I think. Is it still going? Yep. My hat looks okay. All right. Gotta move my keyboard out of the way there. Okay, let's see. How this Motive Mix works on Discord. I don't use Motive Mix. No, I don't. I tried it, and it was all it was more of a pain in the butt than it was worth. I just use the stuff inside of OBS. I use all the settings in OBS to adjust the audio, both the compression and expander. I am celebrating something, but it's not. It's not safe. Darcy, every time, every time you are in chat, is just I know it's going to be a good stream. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Not safe for work. Okay. Okay, first let's try the protein powder. It's thick. It feels grainy, but it tastes just like those whey protein powdered energy drinks that you get for like working out. That's what that tastes like. Let's go ahead and some bottled water. Here's our meal. Let's see. You guys are this way. All right. This so it's not in my face. Put it over there. Okay. All right, everybody, let me get this out of the way. All right. Everybody smile. Smile for the YouTube thumbnail. All right, there we go. You're not even smiling. I did the stereotype YouTube. Gotta do that one, right? Gotta do that one. That one. That's what gets you the views, right? That's what's gonna make me a millionaire on YouTube, right? All right, all right. Now for the fun part. The part I enjoy the most about all this: eating the food. Okay, here we go. All right. So let's try this main. I mean, look at you can actually see. I mean, just entire chunks. I mean, these are entire chunks of corn in there. Again, this is not garbage food, right? You're not getting low quality trash here. This is good stuff, and it's a very high quality. It usually tastes very, very good. I mean, whole pieces of corn in here. Here's our melted cheese. Oh, let's see any. Oh, here's a big old chunk. Wow. I mean, look at that chunk of chicken. I mean, that's an entire chunk of chicken right there. Give this a try. See if I can get some of that. I mean, I can see the peppers. Mm, that's very, very good. It's very, very good. Spicy. It's spicy. It was spicy before I added the powdered hot sauce. Mhm. It's probably like it's probably like about a 5, 5.5 on the spice scale. Remember, a 10 is like a 10 is like your throat is sealing up from the heat and you need to be sent to the hospital. A 1 is catch up. I mean, there's big, big chunks of chicken in here. I mean, big chunks. And it's not like shredded up or anything. It's like chopped chunks of chicken in here. It's chewy, not overcooked, not mushy. Wow, that's really good. That's really, really good. This might be the best MRE so far. Some of that cheese on there. Wow. It's not watery. It's thick. It's very thick and pasty like. You can see entire chunks of tomatoes in there. I was worried it was going to need some crunch to it. Like that's why I put the crackers here. But really it doesn't. It doesn't. It probably would be nice as a spread, like to put it on the crackers maybe, but you really don't need to break the crackers up and put them in here. But I mean, probably would be fine too. Wow. Try some of these pretzels. They're combos. That's what they are. They're just combos. They taste exactly the same. They're not too crunchy. They're a little kind of medium crunchy. Salty, very, very, very light cheese flavor. Try our cheese and crackers. Yeah, exactly, Darcy. I don't like them when they're too cheap. Like the cheese is too strong, or they're like over salted, and it's like just like biting into a chunk of like a chunk of salt. Yeah, these are good. These are good. Lightly salted, not too much. Cheese flavor is there, but it's not too strong. It's not like the pretzel isn't so hard it's gonna like crack a tooth. It's actually pretty good. The cheese Crackers, you can't go wrong with this. This has been in MREs for 80 years. These things are so good. It's like putting Velveeta cheese on a very, very lightly toasted cracker. The crackers are crunchy, not overly crunchy. They don't stick to your teeth too badly. They're very lightly salted, if salted at all. And the cheese is it's Velveeta cheddar cheese. I could eat just that. That's really good. Y'all, I look forward to this all week. Am I pathetic? I look forward to this meal all week. All week, I see that box over there of these MREs, and I'm just like, okay, maybe one. I'm like, no, 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 don't do it because then you won't have the series of all the different MREs. These things are so good. I don't care what anyone says. I know Darcy and my wife, they make fun of me. Jess too. Jess makes fun of me for eating these things. They're like, why are you eating something that people are forced to eat because they're out in the wild? These are good. These are good. I don't care. They're awesome. They're so good. And they take nothing to make. You literally just squeeze all this out on a plate, throw the bag in the garbage. There's no mess. You don't have to clean up any pots and pans and all the bullshit. You clean off 2 plates and you're done. You got a whole meal here. Drinks, main, desserts, snacks, and it's more food than I'm a 230 pound, 6-foot male. I could put down some serious food, folks. This stuff, if I were to eat all of this, would fill me up. It would fill me up to the point where I'm done till dinner time. So it's not something that's like, okay, well, it's just a bunch of garbage in there, and it's like those camping MREs that have like all the freeze dried trash in it. No, these are top quality. All right, let's get back into that main. Mm, mm. I would say this is absolutely on par with like a family run Mexican restaurant. 100%. This is exactly what you would get if you were in, say, Phoenix, El Paso, Albuquerque, San Antonio, somewhere where you can get some like authentic, good cooked Mexican food. Absolutely. This is what you're going to get. Big chunks of chicken, whole chunks of corn, tomatoes, chunks of tomatoes in there. I can see the chilies in there, cheese, crackers. It's really, really good. Wow. Yeah. See those chilies? See that chili right there? See, let's do a YouTube shot. Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, Darcy, that's just as 100% true. If anything you're going to get out of this, if something like a side effect of this, it's going to be that you're going to actually not be on the pot. You're actually going to have to be taking laxatives to get this stuff out of you. Um, knock on wood. Knock on wood. I haven't had any problems with it. Now, I drink a lot of water with these. I mean, you're not seeing it because I'm recording, but after I'm done here, I'll probably put down 2 entire bottle waters to get all of that hydration inside of me because Jess warned me. just warned me. She's like, your pipes are gonna be stuffed after eating these MREs. So now I'm scared. So I like put down 2 entire bottled waters every time I eat one of these things. And honestly, I haven't had any problems. I've had no problems. Excuse me. Ooh, it's spicy sometimes. It's the spice gets me in the back of the throat. I've had no problems, you know, you know. All right, let's try some more here. Get that out. Get that on this cracker. Come on. You see, these crackers are actually pretty strong. Look at that big, huge piece of tomato on there. Wow. Mm, mm, so good. Wow. Just absolutely fantastic. Use these crackers to just kind of keep it together here. Mm, mm. Yeah, I know, Darcy. This isn't something for you. I wouldn't be eating. If I were you, I would be trying things like this with the food restrictions that you have. It's not worth it. Perfectly salted, not too crunchy, not too mushy, not too cheesy. Just perfect. Perfect. Okay, let's try our dessert. Get our spoon cleaned off here. I'm gonna have to wipe it down a little bit. This is banana pumpkin puree. Very banana, very little pumpkin. I don't really taste pumpkin in here. Maybe a slight pumpkin pie filling taste. It tastes like a pureed banana. Consistency is really nice. See how thick it is? So it's pretty thick, but not too thick, right? It's not like chewy. Grandpa would like this. And it's not runny, right? So it's not, I mean, it'll stick on there. Very good. Very good. It it has a strange it has a little bit of a strange aftertaste to it. Almost kind of little chemical kind of aftertaste to it. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. Okay, now for the first strike bar. I've had these before. I think I've had the chocolate one before. These things will take a filling out. Just just be careful. These things, like I said, it's the consistency of like taffy. Hmm. Very light chocolate flavor. It's not overpowering. It's not very sweet, but it's sweet enough. But it has crisped rice in it. It has those like rice crisps. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you get like a crunch bar, it gives it just the right amount of crunch to it. So it's not like this like off-putting, like mushy thing. It's got that crunch, right? But mhm. I take back my earlier comment about taking a filling out. This one is not that bad. This one is actually soft enough. The chew is really not that hard. It is easier to chew, easier to swallow than some of the ones I've had in the past. I think of the strawberry one I've had. It literally will tear fillings out of your mouth. This was not like that. Pretty good. Okay. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. It's really not that bad compared to some of the other ones I've had. Okay, now we can just relax and eat. This will all be edited out. We all are having a great Sunday. I like the unedited version. I appreciate that. I like having you here for the unedited version. Just see my unedited expressions in comments, which is the plus, right? That's the plus of coming here when I'm live and watching it. I can always edit out some of my facial expressions if they're not if they're not that great. But here I can't. If I eat something and it's like dog food, you're gonna see it on my face. No joke. This is really good. Let's see who makes this. Okay, so both the banana pumpkin puree, but banana and pumpkin fruit puree and the Mexican style chicken and stew were made by Ameriquil Ameriquil. Yep, Ameriquil Foods in Evansville, Indiana. Come on, camera, work with me. There it goes. So that's who made this. So the banana pumpkin fruit puree has number one is bananas because, like I said, that's pretty much all you taste is the bananas. Banana puree, pumpkin puree, water. I don't know what that is. Acerola. Acerola juice. The hell is an acerola? Let's see if you can see it. It's right there. Come on, camera. I've got to get a better camera. This camera is such garbage. Yeah, ASCOR. No, that's ascorbic acid. Never mind. The one below it. ACEROLA. Acerola juice concentrate. Lemon juice, sugar, obviously, sodium bicarbonate, and citric acid. The banana pumpkin puree has 120 calories. How much potassium does it have? Bananas are known for potassium. Wow, yeah. 440 milligrams of potassium. The Mexican chicken stew. Oh my God. This is why if you're on a low sugar or a low salt diet for high blood pressure, don't eat these. That little packet of Mexican stew had 1,440 milligrams of salt. 63% of all your daily allowance of salt just in that little packet. That whole packet was 227 grams. It has got 1,440 milligrams of salt. Jeez. Good Lord. It also has a lot of potassium. 318 milligrams of potassium. How much protein? 16 grams of protein. Wow. Very nice. 190 calories. I'm going to save these cheddar pretzels for later. And this is why I say save the bag. You just drop these bad boys right in the bag, right back in the bag again. Got some sauce on my hand. Seal that up. Leave that for later. Same thing with that first strike bar. Again, like I said, this is more food than I can eat. I'm stuffed. And I was starving. I didn't have breakfast this morning. So I was absolutely starving. I'm going to finish these cheese and crackers. These things are awesome. How's that Japanese rice coming, Darcy? That done yet? That's still cooking. I am goofy. That's one thing you'll notice about me. I'm a little kooky. Oh, what a mess. I'm going to spend the next hour cleaning off this table. Okay. In the camera here. And And we'll finish it off with the MRE gum. Another thing that's a staple to MREs, been in MRE since before World War One. They used to actually put Wrigley gum in here. Perfectly fresh. Nothing in that MRE was not fresh. Everything was perfectly fresh. 4 years old. That food was 4 years old. Kind of put that into perspective, right? They cooked that Mexican stew 4 years ago, and I just ate it, and it was perfectly fresh. Probably as good as the day it was made. So, yep, gum is great. Perfect way to end a meal. Get this out of here. Okay, so overall, that was probably one of the best MREs I've ever had. The food was fantastic. It was perfectly fresh. Nothing was really off-putting. Everything was very well hydrated. The banana and pumpkin puree was good. It left a little bit to be desired in terms of the aftertaste, but overall, it was very, very good. Now, where would I put this in comparison to the other two that we had? So, as the graph can show, how do we get my hand? Oh God, that hurts. As the graphic shows, we're going to put this particular ME at an 8. It's a great MRE. I highly recommend it. And it's definitely something that I wouldn't mind eating again. I highly recommend it to everybody. What else do we have to do? Plugs and thank you. All right. So if this was something that you enjoyed watching, again, we do this every Sunday. We do this at noon Eastern Standard Time. We broadcast this live on Twitch. So if this is something you're interested in, you'd like to see it live in an unedited format, you can check me out at twitch.tv/Silif every Sunday, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for another MRE review. We will be going through every single one of the MREs. So this particular one, this was MRE menu number 15, Mexican chicken stew. And next week we'll be back with another MRE. Let's go and see what the other one is. Next, I forgot my headphones. Can't hear myself. Next week we'll be back with another MRE review. We'll be reviewing how to destroy your mic in one step. This way. 16 chicken burrito bowl. Menu number 16, chicken burrito bowl. So that'll be next week, Sunday, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, right here on twitch.tv. We'll be also co-streaming all of our MRE reviews to YouTube. So if you're interested in watching this on YouTube, we'll be live streaming that particular MRE review also on YouTube. So hope to see you then. If this was something that you liked, please go ahead and give me a like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. And that will allow YouTube to notify you when the next video is up, as well as when I go live. Appreciate every single one of you. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Goodbye. All right. Now I got to spend 2 weeks editing that video, which is lots of fun. I mean, the menu 13 video just went up this morning, and I'm now on menu 15, going on menu 16. So I'm 2 menus behind, because I figure it literally takes me about 2 weeks to edit a YouTube video. And I use DaVinci Resolve, and I'm not in any way a fantastic editor, but it's a massive amount of work to do that. And then I still got to edit the half sword videos. I still got to edit burning my Sims alive. I haven't done that one yet. I want to get it to where I have one MRE video and one gaming video live every week on YouTube, and then shorts too. And that's the thing. You edit the videos and then you got to save them and then cut them, switch them to a portrait format, and then cut them down into shorts for TikTok and Instagram Reels. So it's a massive amount of work. I have so much appreciation for these content creators that I've watched over the years who do this. And I understand why there's so many who they stick to one platform, right? They just do YouTube or they just do Twitch. They don't try to do the both because God, it's a lot. I mean, if you're gonna there's some of these people who stream every single day, 5 days a week. And then they edit their videos and post them to YouTube. Now, if you're just gonna post your VODs to YouTube, if you're just gonna stream and just post the VOD, you don't edit it, don't do anything, just dump it on YouTube. First of all, you're not gonna get any subscribers. The logarithm in YouTube specifically targets VODs, and it will take them out of the logarithm, so your videos won't get promoted. You'll see that with people like Insim and Queso and a few other big giant Twitch streamers, right? They'll have 75,000 people watching them live. They'll post the VOD on YouTube, and they'll be lucky if they get 15,000 views on it. So it just doesn't work unless you're just a massive freaking streamer. Posting VODs on YouTube just doesn't work. So you got to edit them. And God, it's just so much time. It's so much time to do it, but it's fun. It's fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy the creation, right? The whole part of it. Just creating something that somebody will watch it and hopefully enjoy, right? I don't give a shit about 7 million fucking subscribers and 10,000 views and bullshit like that. If I had 10 people watch my YouTube video and 10 people liked it, I would say that 2 weeks worth of work was all worth it. It's just to create something and know it's going to be there. If I have a heart attack tomorrow and drop dead, my YouTube video will still be there. And maybe somebody will watch it. But anyway, enough ranting about fucking YouTube videos. You're probably all tabbed off onto some other stream by now. I know. I'm talking to myself here. Anyway, thanks to everybody who was here during the stream again, every noon, Eastern Standard Time. Boris is still here. Boris, I know you're here. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. You're not just tabbed off somewhere watching somebody else. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'll be back again next week, next Sunday, noon Eastern Standard Time. We'll do this bad, but this thing's heavy. This one's heavier than normal, so I don't know what's in here. Burrito bowl, I guess it's like a Chipotle bowl or something. Chicken burrito bowl. So we'll try that out and see what's in that bad boy. I'll be looking forward to that all week because I love these MREs. And hopefully by the time I get to the last MRE, menu number 24, I won't be dead. So, because I don't know, maybe these things will kill me. And if it does, I can't say that nobody warned me, right? Jess has warned me. My wife has warned me. Darcy has warned me. So if these burrito bowls kill me of massive constipation or something, then hey, you know what? I got nobody to blame but myself. But thank you for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. You're all just awesome. Just all the support. It means a lot. It does. It does mean a lot. Don't ever think that I don't appreciate it, even if you are just lurking and off into another tab. Um, I do appreciate all of you. And Jess or anyone else, if you're down for some video games later, let me know. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I think it's supposed to be like almost 60 degrees today, so I might actually go outside and take a walk, touch some grass. But after that, when I get back, yeah, I might hop on and maybe play some games, do something. I know there's like a Raid Train and Flex Fam or something going on right now, so I'm gonna watch that a little bit, but I'll have them up on my cell phone. I know. Well, yeah, it was 19 degrees in a blizzard outside 3 days ago. And now today is supposed to be almost 60. Tuesday is supposed to be 71 degrees here in North Carolina. So we'll be back into the warmth at the beginning of March. So, which that's not too unusual. I remember the last year I was here, it was in the 60s in March. Um, so, but I'll take it. Take it. I hate the cold. I hate the cold. I hate the cold. I despise the cold. That's why I live in the South. Um, I don't like it. I don't like feeling cold. Um, Burning hot, 107 degrees, zero humidity, windows rolled down, moonroof open, t-shirt, shorts on. Yep. Any day. Any day over -20 and blowing snow and ice. I don't care what anyone says. I've been there. I've been in Chicago. I lived in Chicago for 22 years, from the day I was born until around my 22nd birthday. Actually, no, longer than that. 24, 25. I moved out of Chicago. And I'll never, ever will I go back. Nope, it'll never happen. But it's nice every once in a while here in North Carolina or even in the South to get a little bit of that cold weather, to get that like, you know, 20 degrees for a low and maybe a little bit of sleet and snow, just to remind you, just so you never forget what it's like to live up north, in that just blistering. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I remember just getting out of work. You work all day, coming out of the factory, and it had just snowed. And you go and you're just it's the snow is coming down. It's pitch black outside because it gets dark at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Freezing cold, blowing snow, blowing wind, -20 wind chill, out in the parking lot of your work, knowing that it's going to take you 3 hours to get home because traffic's going to be freaking horrible. All the expressways are going to be just lathered with accidents. So you have a 3 hour ride home and you're sitting in the parking lot. Your shoes are getting wet because you're in the snow. Your hands are freezing and you're taking a brush and you're brushing the snow off your car and it's blowing in your face as you're brushing it off your car. Then you're using the chisel to chisel the ice off the windshield. Because, of course, when the snow started, the snow melted when it hit your windshield and then it froze. So now you have a sheet of ice on your windshield that you got to chisel off. All the windows, not just the windshield, all the windows. You got to chisel it all off. Then you got to scrape some of the ice off your headlights so that you can actually see out your headlights. Then once you get in your car and you're literally just shaking from the cold, sitting in your freezing cold car where you see your breath, trying to hope the God that your car starts, start your car, shivering in your car for 15 minutes while it tries to warm up, revving the car to try to get the car warm, finally getting the car going, and then sitting in traffic for 3 hours all the way home. Why? Why? Why do you people do this? I don't get it. I don't understand. My whole family lives there. Every single one of them lives there. None of them will ever leave. I don't know. I keep telling them, what's wrong with you? Why do you do this to yourself? Why do you make yourself suffer? Well, I don't like the heat. Okay. So then why do you turn the heat on in your house, in your car? Why don't you just freeze to death in your house if you like the cold so much? Why do you go inside your house and crank the heat to 78 degrees then? So you must like the heat. You're gonna hear my rant. This is the rant I give to my family all the time when I ask them, like, what is wrong with you people? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, it was fun as a kid. As a kid, I loved it. I'll admit I loved it. Going and sledding with my friends, snowboarding. But then once I got old enough to drive to where I had to now start driving in it and then graduating and then having to go get a job, then it's not fun anymore. It's not fun anymore. It's terrible. Terrible. Nope, I'll take the 107 degrees. Bone dry. Bone dry. Love it. Love every second of it. So anyway, enough ranting about the heat and cold. Um, I guess we'll raid out to somebody. I don't even know who's